Hi Aden, hi Ava. My name is Brian Anderson, and I used to work with your dad, and I've known your dad long before you two were born. As a matter of fact, Aden, when you were born, I was kind of mad at you because your dad left a broadcast that he was supposed to be working with me so he could be with you while you were being born and coming into this world. Can you imagine that?
Hi Aden and Ava. My name is KENDRENA, and I was a good friend of your dad's. I remember the great announcer Brian Anderson mentioning on the air, over the broadcast on TV, congratulations to our good friend Aaron Charlton, who had a baby boy.
Congratulations in order here, Rock. Our buddy Aaron Charlton, terrific stats man from Stats Inc. And a baby born, Aden Reed Charlton. So congratulations to Aaron and his wife. Now a father.
As often was the case, your dad asked if I could find that clip, that video clip, and send it to him. So of course I did. And Ava, when you were born, I remember talking to your dad again, and he was so excited. And he said, you know, we named her Ava, and I have a daughter named Ava, so that was extra special.
Hey Aden and Ava, my name's Jeff Levering. I used to work with your dad doing Brewers baseball and a bunch of college basketball work for Fox and Big Ten Network. I've got two kids myself, 7 years old and almost 4, and I used to think that I loved them more than anything in the world until your dad started talking about you guys. He couldn't have enough good things and so many great stories that he told about you kids.
So know that when he spoke of you, when we told stories, he just lit up. Ava and Aden, he told me about milestones, things that you have done. And he was just so proud of you. So know that your dad loved you very, very much. I know you know that.
Hi, Ava and Aden. My name is Nancy Hensley, and I worked with your dad here at Stats Perform. Sometimes you meet people and you immediately know this person's special, a one of a kind. And your dad was one of those people. And he was so good about the fact that I always had 1,000 questions for him, always wanted to run everything by him. And that's because he was the absolute best at what he did. There was no one smarter than your dad when it came to doing what we do in sports.
Hi Aden, hi Ava. This is Bill Schroeder. I do television for the Milwaukee Brewers, and I got to know your dad pretty well over the last few years. I started to get to know him when he would come to Chicago at Wrigley Field, and then he would do stats for us, and I realized right then that this is a special guy, a special human being, not just for what he did at work, but how he treated people, how he made us feel.
Hopefully you get some solace in knowing that the times that he was at work, he was loved too. And we just have never had anybody like him and never will again. I'm thankful for my time that I got to spend with Aaron Charlton, and everybody he worked with loved him. And that's rare that you can say that about anybody in today's world.
We told stories, we would laugh, we'd laugh so hard we would cry, we'd tell jokes. I just love being around him, and everybody I know loved being around your dad.
I just wanted to express my feelings of how great your dad was to everyone around him. It didn't matter who the person was, he treated them all the same. And that to me is a sign of just a beautiful person, and your dad was it.
Hi Aden and Ava, my name is Chris Singleton, and I knew your dad for a pretty long time. He was always there to support, to offer any help that I would need, even though he wasn't working for my network. But just a really, really kind and sweet-hearted person.
Aden and Ava, my name's Drew Goodman. I do the television play-by-play for the Colorado Rockies. What happens on the road in a television booth, some people become like extended family to you. And your dad was certainly that. I always loved seeing your father, not only because I knew from a statistical and information standpoint I was going to get great stuff that evening, but he was just a joy to be around.
Hi Aden and Ava, I'm Jason Stark. I write about baseball for The Athletic. And so because of the way he went about it, his positivity, his passion, his love for what he did, it was something that was infectious, something that he spread to everyone around him. And I always thought there was something special about that. There was a value to it. And especially, there's a lesson in that for all of us, is love what you do and let people know you love it. That's what I'm going to remember the most about your father.
Hi, Aden and Ava. My name is Walt Cohen, and I worked with your dad at Stats. He was such a good guy. You know, he had so many great qualities about him. And it seems like he always left you feeling in a great mood, with good feelings, because he was such a good person, and, you know, we bonded so well.
Hi, guys. This is Tom VERDUCCI. I work with Fox Sports, MLB Network, and Sports Illustrated. Whenever I did a game with Aaron, it was a treat. Love talking baseball with him. Just love that little smile on his face that was always there. I can honestly say, all the days in the broadcast booths I've been around Aaron, he never had a bad day.
And just being around him, he was always just such a gentle and kind person. So many times you wouldn't even know he was there, but he was always there to support, to offer any help.
Hi, Aden. Hi, Ava. My name is SIEMAN. I live in Los Angeles, and I just wanted to take a moment to tell you how much I loved your dad and how incredible he was. He was handing me notes and giving me information both before the game and during the game, and I was just blown away about how sharp and how quick his mind was.
At least once a game, if not a couple of times a game, your dad would hand me a note, and I would look with kind of an incredulous appearance back at him, as if to say, is that right? Is this statistic really right? Because it was kind of surprising, or in some cases even mind-boggling. And he'd look at me with that grin and he'd shake his head yes, and I would report it on television. He was great at what he did.
It was kind of like the way a really good chef uses seasoning. Just the perfect touch.
One Tuesday afternoon in November, as I'm just swamped working on football research, and at the same time I have some other assignments coming, I get an email from your dad, this employee who I really didn't know. The email said, "Coop, I see you've got this Buffalo-Tampa Bay hockey game notes due tomorrow. I've got some free time. I can put together some ideas for you to help you get started on those notes." About 45 minutes later, I get an email from him. He sent me enough material to fill up those hockey notes about 3 times over. And not just a lot of material, but plenty of very, very good material, far better than anything I had any time to come up with at that point. That was the spirit of Aaron, going out of his way to help people, to go out of his way to do things to help people do their job better.
Is that it didn't matter where I was, or what question I had, or whether his company worked with my company. If I sent him a text message, he would send me back the answer within 2 minutes. That's the kind of guy he was. You know, we rely on so many other people besides ourselves in this business, and there was nobody more reliable than your dad was.
One of our colleagues wrote an article about him recently and mentioned that he had won 4 Emmy Awards. I was really surprised, not because he wasn't super talented, and certainly deserving of many Emmy Awards, but I never knew he had won even 1 Emmy Award because he never mentioned it. He never wanted to talk about himself and his achievements, but he was thrilled on the occasions I won Emmy Awards and other colleagues of ours. He was the one congratulating us and leading the cheers for us when we achieved things, yet he didn't feel the need to have the spotlight on him. He wanted other people to have the spotlight.
When I think about Aaron Charlton, I don't think about statistics or about the perfect card at the perfect time. He was great with that, but I think about my friend and somebody that I laughed with every October.
And I'll never forget one day he came by and he said, I think I found someone that's pretty special. Well, it turns out it was your mother. And then shortly thereafter, you two came along, and we traded emails and text messages about kids. He was so proud of you guys and so proud of his family. I just wanted to let you know how much we loved him.
The one thing that he always told us is that the issue coming to Milwaukee all the time is that he misses you too much. And the fact that he wasn't able to come to Milwaukee just did not make it as fun a place, an energetic a place as it was when he was there. He's a tremendous friend, tremendous co-worker, and I'm sure that a tremendous dad, that he's always going to be looking down upon you. He will be with you in spirit.
So I'm going to say to you guys, do everything the Charlton way. So the same qualities that your dad had. Always be nice to people and treat them with respect and kindness. Stay modest and humble. Be honest. Think positive. Be grateful for everything that you have. Be a dedicated employee. And always smile and make your family proud. The Charlton way.
If you guys ever need anything, me and my family are always there for you.
But you should know that you have a big extended family here at Stats Perform and lots of aunts and uncles that are here anytime you need us, anytime. You just let us know.
And now he leaves his legacy with you two. And we're going to be watching you guys, and we're always here for both of you. Whenever you need anything, you got a huge family out there, people you don't even know yet, that are always thinking about you, praying for you, and we've got you in our arms, okay?
But just know that we've got you. If you ever need anything, if you ever need someone to talk to, Aaron had a lot of great friends in this industry, and a lot of great people cared about him, including your family, of course, but everybody that he worked with cared about him and loved him. So that kind of channels into what we're going to do for you guys. If you ever need anything, we're always there for you.
So I want you to know, one thing I love about your father is that he always told the truth. He always spoke up and stood up for those who couldn't speak up for themselves. And I really appreciated that about him and loved that about him. Even when the truth was hard sometimes, he always spoke up and did it in such a loving way. One of my favorite characteristics of Aaron Charlton, your dad. He's going to be missed, but we got you two forever, okay? Love you guys.